So what we're going to be looking at today is how to stop your stickers from ruining your resin projects. And they can ruin your resin projects if you're not careful. Now, I make my own stickers, and this is about really people that print them off and make their own. I use an inkjet printer. I don't use anything massively fancy. I design them and then I use my Cricut to make the stickers out of them. I'm thinking of selling them, actually. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you like them. And maybe then I could put them on my website and sell them. I do love using stickers in resin, but like I said, it can be problematic. Sometimes the colours will bleed, sometimes the stickers will float, and when you've got clear stickers like this, sometimes you can't see them once you've put them in the resin. So what I'm going to be doing is testing out a couple of ways. I'm going to do two trays today. One I'm going to do where we put the sticker directly on and do nothing with it. And the other one is I've got some laminating sheets here and I'm going to laminate the stickers. These stickers obviously were designed for putting on things, so I haven't mirrored the actual writing in it. So when I put these on here, the mirror is going to be the wrong way round when you're looking at it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just trim up the ones I'm going to use, and where I can, trim off that little saying. And I'll keep that little saying because I'll no doubt use it for somewhere else. So I've just realised, like an idiot, if I put these ones on that have got solid backing onto there, you're not going to see them, because when I stick them on, all you're going to see is that backing, which is no good to no one. So I'm going to use this one for the clear, but I'm also going to be using this one for the ones with the white backing on. I'll do these in two different ways anyway, so that's not a problem. So I've cut my stickers out here like that, and I've trimmed off the little sayings so that they're not looking backwards. And these are printed on the vinyl sticker sheets, and these are printed on the clear vinyl sticker sheets. I've got my trays set up now. I'm going to be using the clear ones in this because then they'll see through when I've put my resin in. This one I'm going to be using these ones because you can see it from the front, and I've divided that in half underneath, look. So you've got without lamination and with lamination. This one I'm going to do without, and this one I'm going to do with. Now, these lamination sheets were really quite inexpensive, and I think I got 50 of them, and they're very, very glossy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep up my pieces like this. Now I'm going to double laminate them, and this is a cold laminating sheet as well, so it's really easy to use because you don't have to put it through a laminating machine or anything. So those have got to be laminated, and these have got to be laminated as well. And all I'm doing now is playing around to see if I can fit them all on one sheet, and I should be able to. Yeah, and I can if I do them like that. I probably won't be able to once I've got these all done. Is I'm going to peel off the backing like that and lay that flat on my silicone mat. And then I'm going to peel off the backing of these because I want these to actually stick to this laminated sheet. So that's what the stickers look like once they're off. And then what I'm going to do is place these on top of that laminate face down, so the sticky is still there. I might have to use a second sheet. But what this is doing is it's absolutely sealing in the ink where the ink is. Now, if you're using a paper sticker, I would say sandwich it between the two. That way you're protecting the paper and you're also protecting the ink and the sticker. But they might not need it. Find out in a little while whether these do need to be laminated or not. So now I've got all those on, all I'm going to do is just burnish over these a little bit now to get rid of any trapped air that might be in under those stickers or not. And now I'm going to cut them out so that lamination can't be seen. I could have done this with my Cricut and done it all in one, but a lot of people don't have Cricuts, and as a result you buy stickers and things and then you want to be able to use them. Now I'm not cutting this out exactly because it doesn't need to be exact. This is clear, so hopefully it's not going to show in the final piece anyway. Well, these are all ready now for me to pour my resin in. So I'm going to mix up my resin. I want these to dry fairly quickly because I'm going to do this in 2 layers. Well, I've got my resin mixed up now. I'm using a 4-hour demold resin for this. And what I want to do, first of all, is for these two, I want them clear. So all I'm doing is pouring a little bit of clear resin in here until it just goes over the actual base of the tray. I need something to stick my stickers to, and this will give me something to stick them to. And I'm leaving a little gap so I can top these up at the end. And this one, I'm going to have a white background to it with some glitter in. Going to mix those up. Now I have degassed these as well, so they've not got many bubbles in, because I think that makes a big difference. So I'm going to put a base in of this one of white. Now these do tend to trap little bubbles at the edges of these, so all I'm going around now is with a silicone stick to try and dislodge any of the bubbles that are stuck to the edge. And then what I will do is I will go around with a long neck lighter and burn those off once they've come to the top. I generally do miss some, but I'm not too worried for this particular project, because this is an experiment where I'm just showing you about the stickers. So we're going to see which ones work, whether it's going to be both of them, or whether it's going to be the laminated ones or the other ones. And now I've got the bubbles up, I'm going to go over it with a long neck lighter, if I can find one that works, and burn off the bubbles. And then we'll leave these to cure overnight, and once they're cured, we can then attach the stickers and put the last remaining layer of resin on them. Well, this first layer now is all cured. All I want to do is check that I've got them round the right way. So I have. So without lamination, with lamination, without lamination. Now what I'm going to do is pop my stickers on here in the right area. When you're putting stickers down, make sure that you get them down fully all the way around, because actually it is so easy to leave a bit that's sticking up. So what I do is with my finger, I will go around with gentle pressure all around those edges and make sure that they're fully down, and that way no air can get under them and cause unnecessary air bubbles. So this one is with the lamination as well. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue putting all these stickers in, and then I can show you the next bit. I've got my resin mixed up, and I've just popped it in my degasser for 5 minutes, because when I mixed it up, I mixed quite a lot of bubbles in it. I should have used my resin mixing machine, but I did it by hand. So as soon as that's done, I will show you what I'm going to do next. Now all my bubbles have gone from my resin, I can pour this over my stickers, and that's why we left that gap. And then we can see if it makes any difference to homemade stickers, whether you put a laminate on them or whether you don't, and if you can just stick them straight into your resin. We'll give those about 5 minutes, and then what we'll do is go over them with a long neck lighter to ensure that any bubbles that have come up, there isn't hardly any in it, but any bubbles that have come up have then been burnt off. So these have had 5 minutes now. Quickly going to run over them with a long neck lighter. Can't see any bubbles popping on them. Oh, there was one there. And now we'll leave these to cure overnight, and we can then come back and check on them. Well, these are all cured now, and they're lovely and solid. And the great thing is that actually it really doesn't matter whether you put a laminating sheet on them or not. There is no difference. I can't see any bleeding or anything coming through of any of them. In fact, I would say the ones without the laminate sheet look slightly nicer. So let's take a look. Now, remember, I didn't worry too much about the bubbles getting caught in this. So this is without laminate sheets. How cute is that? I love it. I'm really pleased with these stickers. I'm going to have to spend some more time definitely developing some more. So that was without, and that is with the laminate sheets. And I did get a couple of bubbles trapped under there that I hadn't noticed. And I don't know if I can see any difference other than actually I think the ones without the laminate sheets are clearer, if anything, than the ones with. Let's have a look on this one. I love this sign as well. It is a great sign. So you could have this in your shop and you could just twist it over. You could have open and closed, or you could have it on your stall somewhere with some stickers in and a little saying underneath it. It would be up to you. So let's have a look which way round we had this. So these are with lamination and these are without. To be perfectly honest, I can't really see any difference whatsoever with that. The ones without look exactly the same and have worked just as well as the ones with. So the results speak for themselves. I don't think you need to go for the trouble of looking at and spending that time putting the laminate sheets on them. You really don't. They've worked really well. I would say with paper stickers or anything printed on paper, then that is very different. I always seal paper and I always seal around the edges as well, because the resin can bleed into it. But this type of sticker, absolutely fine. No problems at all. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video and this little experiment. Hope you like my stickers. Let me know in the comments below if you like my stickers. Be sure to check out the video that I've got coming up next if you want to learn a lot more about how to use UV resin correctly. That video really is the ultimate guide in how to use UV resin and how to deal with problems if you have any problems, and some hints and tricks and tips. Great video. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.